Hi everyone. So in today's lecture we will see how to install a Java software called JDK. Okay. So we are going to install the JDK 8 means Java 8. Okay. So let's follow the steps. So the first step is you have to open any browser, like I'm opening here a Google Chrome. Okay. So you have to open this Google Chrome and you have to type here oracle.com. Fine. Hit enter. Once you are into that in this page means oracle.com page, then what you have to do, you have to click on resources and then you have to click on scroll down and click, see this download section is there. In the download section you have this Java downloads. Click on Java downloads and then come down. You will see Java 8 and Java 11. So by default it is at Java 8 and I want to install Java 8 only, right? So I will go down and I'm using the Windows OS, so I will click on this Windows and I will go down and I will download the 64-bit JDK. Okay, means this one. Is it fine? So please click the here at this and then you have to agree the terms and condition. So tick mark here and then click on the download. Fine. Then it will ask you for the Oracle login username and the password. If you don't have this, so you can create the account, okay, by filling just a simple details and you can create an account and a mail will come to your email address, provided email address. So you have to verify and you have to log in, okay. But I have the account, so I am using directly that. So username you have to give. In my case, my username is something else and your in your case you might be using some another mail for your username, right? So I'm using mine, so you have to use yours. Fine. After providing the username and the password, I have to click on this sign in. Once I will click on sign in, so it will start what, downloading the JDK. See here, the download starts. So we have to wait for some time until it is not downloaded completely, okay. So see now this download is completed, okay. Click here on the top arrow and then click on the show in folder, okay. So as you can see in my downloads folders I have this application JDK, okay. Now I have to what, I have to double click on this. Once I will double click, then a pop-up will appear. So here you have to say yes, okay, and then the installation will start. Wait for a time, okay. So here you have, if you are clicking on the next, so if you want to read their license agreement you can read from this site, okay. So you have to click here what, next. Okay, so it is showing like this. You might be you might get this page now. So what you have to do, see, this is what the location of installation means. At this location it will be installed. So you can change the location also, but okay, this location is fine, okay. So what I'm doing, I'm just clicking on the next again and the installation is started. Okay, this is what JRE path. So please click on the next again. Now installing Java. Now click on the close. Okay. So this is what the step to install the JDK. We have installed what? JDK 8. So up to this, any doubt? No. It is a simple step. You have to follow this step as I have shown to you. Okay. Now let's see something internals. Like it was installed at which location? Go to this PC. C program files and then Java, right? So, you know, so Java software installation is completed. It is installed at this location. See JDK 1.8. So it is installed at this location. Fine. So this location is called as what? Java home. So this folder path is called what? Java software installed directory, or you can call it as what? Java home. So the Java software installed directory is called what? Java home. We also follow this naming convention for other softwares. For example, Oracle installed directory is called Oracle home. You know, and Tomcat installed directory is called as Catalina home. Now you should ask why to follow this naming convention. Why Java home? Why Oracle home? Why Catalina home? So, this naming convention is followed in software industries to identify the software installed folder path easily. Okay. Actually, in companies, softwares are installed by IT team and those softwares are used by development team. Okay. Installation is done by which team? IT team, and that software is used by what? Development team. Okay, so after installing software, IT team stores that software home directory path using an environment variable so that development team no need to contact every time to know where the Java software is installed. Okay, that is the purpose of this what? Java home. I hope this much is clear to you. So Java home for Java software. Okay, so let's set up this thing first. So where you have to go? You have to, what you can do, hold on, in the search you can search what? Environment. Okay, edit the system environment. Okay, and you have to click here on the environment variables, and you know what you have to do in the system variables. What you can do, you can click on this new. Okay, once you click on the new, it will ask for the variable name. What variable name you have to use? Java underscore home. And here you have to give the path. Which path? Which path? This path. Where your Java got installed means this path. Okay. Copy this, paste here, and hit in OK. Okay. So you have set up what? A Java home path. Okay. So Java home is not required by locally installed Java. Okay. It is required by other Java programs that run on your machine that needs Java runtime. Basically, they refer to the Java home variable for runtime location so that they can invoke JVM, compiler, and other command line utilities packaged inside the bean directory. Fine. For example, if you're using Eclipse, or if you are installing the server like Apache Tomcat, or Glassfish is there, then in the case of Jenkins or Maven or Gradle, so these all applications, for the they are looking for what? JVM or compiler and other command line utilities. So these applications will look for which variable? Java home variable. That is the reason it is required to set up this Java home. Okay, after the installation of Java. It is always recommended to set up this Java home variable, because these applications are going to look at this variable for what? For JVM, for compiler and other command line utilities. So somewhere JRE home is also required, but most of the places Java home will be sufficient. Okay, most of the places this will suffice. Java home will suffice. No worries. So if we don't set the correct Java home, then there may be a chance that program fails with runtime errors related to Java home. Okay, so no need to uh, go into the depth regarding this. This much is enough. You have to set this Java home. I have explained few things, okay, why it is required. So that much is enough. Once we are going, we will learn the advanced concepts, then we will see the importance of this Java home and the GRE home, why it is required. So let's close this now. Okay, and close this. Fine. Now go to the directory. Again, this is the directory, right? So basically every software has two types of files. What are the two types of files? This C, this bean and the lib. This bean is what? This bean is what? Binary files. This bean folder contains all the binary files. Okay, all the binary files by default is stored in which folder? Bean folder. And this lib folder, go to the lib. This is the lib folder. Okay, so this lib folder or the files, these are what? Library files. These are what? Library files, and these are basically program files by default stored in a folder called lib. Okay, lib. So one thing, one more thing. So this bin means it consists of what? Binary files. Binary files are command files, basically means they have commands to be executed in sequence. Okay, Java binary files have commands to compile, execute, and execute the what? Java program, right? For example, see Java C. Where is Java C? This is what? A command for the compilation, right? And normal Java is a command for what? To run your application. Am I right? So this what? Binary files are what? Command files. I hope these things are clear. Now go back to the lib. Lib means what? Library files. This all are what? Library files. So library files are program files. Okay, means they have logic that is used to develop another application. This program files must have some logic that is useful to develop another applications. This much is clear. So basically Java library files having the extension of dot class or dot jar. Okay, basically it is what? Dot jar file or dot class file. And coming to the binary file, so it may have the extension. If you are using Windows OS, so Windows binary files has the extension .exe or .bat or .cmd. Okay, anyone. So here if you will see in the bin this binary, so uh, you will get to know that these applications are what? Executable application, .exe extension application. So right click, is there a property? Okay, click on the property and see it is what type. Type of the file is what? .exe. That's what I'm saying. In the Windows binary file has the extension of .exe. Fine. So one more thing. So just by installing the software, its binary and library files are not available from another directories automatically. Okay, we must update environment variable with that software binary and library class path. Okay, for example, see this commands are present at this location, right? Bin location. If I will open the command prompt from some another location, for example from the D drive, it will not work. It will not recognize the what? Recognize the command. That is the reason I am saying, you means just by installing software, its binary and library files are not available from other directories automatically. So if you want these commands to be available universally, then what you have to do, you have to create one variable in OS to store this software's binary and library files, path. you have to create the variables. So basically the variables created in OS to store software's binary and library files are called environment variables, right? So for Java and Java related software, we should use two environment variables to store the binary and library files path. The first one is path. Path is used by OS to identify this binary files, okay? And the class path. Second one is what? Class path. So class path is used by the compiler and JVM to identify Java library files. Which files? If you go one step back, so we have this Java library files, this one. So to identify this, you have to set what? Class path. So class path is used by what? Compiler and JVM to identify Java library files. Now let's set a path for this bean, so that my commands are, if I will hit this commands from anywhere, from any location, it will work. So again, go to that setting, system environment variables. Okay, now click on the environment variables, and in the second system variables, you can see the path. See, this path variable is already present. Okay, this path will come by default, no need to create like Java home. Okay, it is present by default. Just you have to click on this path, and you have to click on the edit first, and then you have to click on what? You have to click on new. In the new, you have to type what? See, percentage Java underscore home percentage, and then inside this we have what? Bean. So you might be thinking, why I'm using this percentage Java home percentage? So it will evaluate, it will see, okay, if is there any variable named with Java home. So it will see here, yeah, one variable is there with the name what? Java home. Where is that? This variable. What is the value of this variable? This variable. So it will take this, and it will append backward slash bean inside this. So the path is complete. Bean folder is present there only, right? So you have to click what? OK. So I have set up the path for this, right? So setting a path environment variable is must. So we have done this, we have seen this. Setting a class path variable, we will see when we have to use somewhere. Okay, we will see later this part, but these two things are very important. Set a Java home and set a path. Okay, because path is used by what? OS to identify the binary files, and these binary files are required to compile, to execute your applications. So these things are must required. Okay, so that's all about today's lecture. So thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe our YouTube channel for further updates.